Hey, well, today I'm angry because there is no shame. Nobody seems to understand what that word means anymore. Nobody understands shame, embarrassment. It's just brazen effrontery and arrogance that carries us through. And I'll give you a little history, and we're going to phrase it in a political context since we're in the political season. I don't know if you recognize this guy. 1987, Joe Biden in 1987. Joe Biden running for president in 1987. A very erudite, humorous, witty fellow. Nothing bad to say about Joe, except Joe had some issues with honesty. He plagiarized a speech by an Irish politician called Neil Kinnock, and he had a history. He had been accused of plagiarism in his first year of law school. This is all old history. I'm just pointing out the fact that at that time, the accusations caused Joe Biden to feel enough shame that he basically dropped out of the presidential race because of plagiarism. How quaint. I mean, isn't that adorable compared to what happens today? Here's another guy, and this is probably the bigger tragedy. This guy was the new John F. Kennedy, and you can see, looking at him, he certainly seems to be sent from central casting for the part. His name was Gary Hart. He was a Colorado politician, very, very well spoken, very clever, a lawyer. He did very well in the 84 presidential campaign, so well that he was one of the favorites probably for the 88 presidential campaign. But then there were rumors that he had had an affair because this picture was taken. This is Gary Hart in 1987 with a girl called Donna Rice. And the accusations of that affair, along with Gary Hart having a woman spend the night at his townhouse overnight, caused him to feel enough shame to drop out of the race. And that is what the state of the world was 32 years ago. It seems adorable now, but here's what changed. In 1992, there was another presidential race, and the candidate was accused of being a philanderer, a serial philanderer, if not indeed a rapist. And his wife appeared by his side during the primary campaign to stand by his side and reassure the world that her husband could not be guilty of these things. There is a young Hillary Clinton and a much younger Bill Clinton. And look at that earnest look on Bill Clinton's face. The guy is fabulous. Hillary Clinton watching him, I guess you'd have to say, intently. And that is where shame ended. The two of them brazenly denied that Bill Clinton had been involved in anything underhanded or against his marriage. And Hillary Clinton stood by his side. I mean, it's outrageous, really, that Hillary Clinton has the nerve to hold her head up high today after supporting a man who had been accused by numerous women, not only of sexual harassment, but of rape. And that's how we come to where we are today. We have Adam Schiff, for example, claiming that he had seen evidence of Russian collusion. There wasn't any. We have Clapper and Brennan claiming publicly that there is evidence. And yet when they give evidence behind closed doors to the Senate, they admit they had no evidence. And they have no evidence. Completely at odds with their public pronouncements. And normally, one would think this would cause a sense of shame. But shame has left the building. Nobody knows what shame is. It's just brazen in your face. I don't care. That's the new attitude. You see it on the street. You see it in Parliament. You see it everywhere. That is the true breakdown in society. Where is shame? We don't even think about shaming people anymore because they wouldn't feel shame. Oh my God, please, let's wake up.